how's everyone doing? It's 5:50 a.m. on Tuesday, March 18th. Good morning. If those of you who know me, my name is Nate, and I usually sleep in till, 8 o'clock in the morning. But today we're up. Does anyone know why? It's opening day in Tokyo. Now, I was once in Tokyo back in 2018, but today I am in Dresser, Pennsylvania, watching the game at 5:50 a.m., ready to start at 6 a.m. So I'm here to tell everyone one kind of hot take for every single team in the MLB. Now, I've always wanted to talk baseball. Some of you know I love baseball. Some of you probably don't even know I love baseball. I don't know. I always love basketball, but can't watch the NBA these days. Maybe you can. Sometimes I do, but Sixers are a lost cause. So baseball is my favorite sport to follow. So I'm going to tell you guys, one hot take for every single team. Now, what's a hot take? A hot take is, a take that could happen, maybe would happen, should happen, but not necessarily a lock. We can get into that later in the season. But similar to the show Adolescence on Netflix, I'm doing this in one take. So I hope for the best. If I stutter, if I mess up, if I, go like silence, that's just because I'm doing it in one take. I'm not, kind of rehearsing this. I'm just going for it. I love baseball. So here we go. We're going to start in the AL East. The Baltimore Orioles. What's the hot take? I don't know. I really do think that they're going to kind of underperform. They play in a tough division. Boston, we'll get to that later. Yankees, Tampa Bay, Toronto. Toronto just got Santander from Baltimore. Gunnar Henderson a little banged up. You never know what's going to happen there. I think they push maybe 80 and 82. They're not going to be over 500. Could that be right? I don't know. We'll see. 162 game season. I'm saying that they go under 500 or just at 500. We'll go with the Yankees. Yankees hot take. Aaron Judge hits 45 or less home runs. 45, still very impressive. He's not hitting 50 home runs. For those of you who are taking him in your, third pick overall in fantasy, second pick overall, he's not going to get the 50 home runs that you once thought he would. But we'll go from there. Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays is tough because they are the plainest baseball team in the league. They're always 82 and 81, 80 wins. You never know what they are going to do. They always have decent pitching. Always have those no-name guys who are just getting 20, 30 home runs, hitting for average, stealing bases. But I'm going to go with what could be a hot take. I'm going to go with Yandy Diaz. He's usually the first baseman, usually leads off. I'm going to go he has 20 home runs. Now, let's just look at quick research. I don't know if he's ever eclipsed 20 home runs before. Going to ESPN, going to stats. Yandy Diaz. He had 22 and 23. So he had 14 home runs last year. But 2 years ago, 22 home runs, 78 RBIs, batted .330. We'll go with my hot take that he's going to be back to the 2023 season. He's going to have 22, 23 home runs and bat over 300 and very much be part of the success to the Tampa Bay Rays. That's not the best hot take, but I don't know. It's tough with the Tampa Bay Rays. We're going to move on to the Toronto Blue Jays. I think Vegas has them over, how many wins? 78, 77 wins? Let me check this out. Just going here. Remember, no research, just doing everything on the fly here. They're at 78 and a half wins. I'm going that they're going to be the 82, 83 win season. So it's kind of almost like you take away from Baltimore's 86 and a half wins. You add some to the Blue Jays because I do think Orioles are going to underperform. I think the Blue Jays are going to overperform. And that evens out that hot take. Blue Jays are going to have 82, 83 wins instead of 78 and a half. Now, you might say, that's not a hot take. That's just betting the over. No, I'm not saying 79, 80, 81, 82. I'm saying they should probably go 83 and maybe 79. That's like 4 games over that over, Think about Vlad Guerrero. He's playing for a contract year. There's rumors out there he turned down 15 years, 600 million or something. What is this man asking for? Man, I mean child. He's like 25 years old. So he is actually going to play very well, I think. Santander's so underrated, hitting 35, 40 home runs every year. George Springer is still a hell of a player. Bo Bichette. They picked up Andres Gimenez for the Guardians that he played in the last previous years. He's a good player. He's a 12 home run, 60 RBI guy with 25 steals. And they still have the midget catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He's unbelievable too. Unbelievable. No, but he's solid. All right. So that's my take. Blue Jays 83 wins. Kind of like you take some away from the Orioles, you give some to the Blue Jays. That's what happens. Okay. Now, I've been telling everyone I know, Boston Red Sox. What do we have here? Oh, the Yankees are going to win the division. Oh, the Orioles are going to win the division. Oh, what's going to happen? No. Boston Red Sox are winning the division. I've been tracking this one. They were like plus 500 to start the year. Then Garrett Cole went down. So mad. Garrett Cole is one of my favorite pitchers. It's so annoying. He is out. But Garrett Cole going down even helps the Red Sox a little more. They're plus 350 to win the division. Take it. I'm not saying it's a lock, but I'm just saying it's a hot take. But that's almost kind of lock and key lock because their lineup, Jarren Duran, best leadoff hitter in baseball. Then you got a mix of Rafael Devers, Alex Bregman. Kudos to him. Loved him his whole career, even though he cheated, I guess, with the Astros. But he's still a great player. Tristan Casas. It's stacked. It's a stacked lineup. And then they have good pitching with Tanner Houck, Walker Buehler, Garrett Crochet. Come on. That's a good lineup. That's better than I think the Orioles and Yankees. I'm going Boston winning the division. That's a nice little hot take. All right, here we go. Moving on to the AL Central. The more I study about the AL Central, I can't figure it out. Okay, White Sox. Let's just get them out of the way. I don't know if we can have a hot take here because they're so bad. So bad. Like they might win 45 games. But I guess my hot take is let's just get it out there. My buddy Chris told me Luis Robert, his nickname is Lou Bob. That's a cool nickname. Lou Bob. Let's get Lou Bob back in the 35 home run club. 32 to 35 home runs. Get him back healthy. He'll hit 32 to 35 home runs. Andrew Vaughn, good 3-hole hitter. He should be okay. All right, hot take, Lou Bob, 35 home runs, whatever. That probably is done and probably not right, but hot take. Okay, now we got Cleveland, Detroit, Kansas City, Minnesota. They're all like plus 150 to 200 to win the division. Everyone keeps asking me, who's going to win the division, Nate? Who's going to win the division? I guess, can that be a hot take? Can I just get it out there? The Royals are going to win the division. So the Royals are actually plus 270. So I guess they're like, Twins are plus 210, Royals 270, Tigers 270, Guardians 300. I guess it can come like, this is kind of a out, but like the Guardians don't win the division because they won't, even though they are like the fourth on the standing or the Vegas odds. But I guess my hot take is Royals win the division, Guardians don't win the division. But if you really want a hot take, we're going to start with the Twins. What's up with the Twins? Okay, so you look at the Twins, and they got Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober. That's a stacked 1, 2, 3 for a middle-of-the-road team. I'm going to go with Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, and Bailey Ober. All eclipse 11 wins. Is that a hot take? You tell me. Bailey Ober had 12 wins last year. Joe Ryan had 7 wins last year, and Pablo Lopez had 15 wins last year. I'm going to go they all get over 12. That's a decent staff, and they're playing in a subpar division with teams that just are going to just be battling back and forth. I'm going to go with those 3 get over 12 wins each, okay? And then they still have a very, very good closer, which helps their odds to win the division, but I don't see that happening. But we'll go from there. Cleveland Guardians. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm really sorry to say this, but the hot take is J-Ram, Jose Ramirez, finally has a subpar season. It pains me to say this. because I have very good memories of drafting him on my fantasy team, back in like 2016, 2017 when he started to break out. And then 2018, he had his crazy year with the 34 steals, 39 home runs, something like that. And he batted, 260, 270. Pretty good stats there. I'm going to say he finally slows down. Last 4 years, he played over 150 games. I don't want to wish injury on anyone, but maybe he gets banged up a little bit, doesn't play as many games, doesn't have a great year. Nonetheless, I can't figure it out whether he doesn't play every game or he just has a down year. There's no way he's going 41 steals, 39 home runs, 118 RBIs again, batting 280. No way. Losing Josh Naylor in that lineup hurts him. Believe it or not, it hurts him. Losing Andre Gimenez in that lineup hurts him. Jose Ramirez, down year. Okay. Detroit Tigers. The hot take is Tarik Skubal is not going to do what he did last year and the year before. He's just not going to do that. And I think the Tigers are going to fold just a little bit. Let's see what Vegas has on the Tigers. Okay, I'm going to go to my app. I'm going to go to team wins. And I'm going to go to Detroit Tigers. 83.5. No. They go back into the 70-win column. And they do not do nearly what they did last year. And Tarik Skubal just kind of has a down year. He can't do this. He can't do it. He just can't. So that's my hot take. And then that leaves the Kansas City Royals. If all goes well, according to plan, I will be going to a game at Kauffman Stadium, which I'm very excited for. Trying to get to every stadium. So that will happen in May. Kansas City. My hot take is they win the division. Their lineup is actually kind of stacked. So let's look at their projected lineup. Royals projected lineup. You got Jonathan India. Huge pickup. Huge pickup. Then you got Bobby Witt, Vinny Pasquantino, Salvador Perez, Michael Massey, Hunter Renfroe, and the sneaky dog at 7, MJ Melendez. He was going like 3rd, 4th round a couple years ago in fantasy. He is a good player. So that's it. India, Bobby Witt, Pasquantino, Salvador Perez, Michael Massey, Hunter Renfroe, MJ Melendez, and then you got amazing pitchers. Amazing. Sorry, I'll slow down. But Cole Reagan's great. Seth Lugo was unbelievable last year. Michael Wacha, I think he's revamped. Still got Michael Lorenzen. No hitter for the Phillies. That's a good team. They're winning the division. They are plus 270. I guess like the Twins being plus 210 for the leader of that division is not like, it's not really a hot take, Kansas City, but like, no, they're great. And I didn't want to believe it, but I guess I'm a Bobby Witt fan. He is insane. So that's that. Royals win the division. All right, let's go to the AL West. Everyone that I've talked to about baseball leading up to today and this morning, the AL West. The Athletics, let's start with them. They are a good team. Now, let's think about this. They were in Oakland, like cursed at that Oakland Coliseum, trying to win games at the Oakland Coliseum. Oh my God, it's horrible. I want to go to every stadium, but I never wanted to go there. Like never would I want to go there, but whatever. I think their Oakland's at 71.5. They're going to win 76, 77 games. They just re-signed Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler, Shea Langoliers, J.J. Bleday, Zach Galoff. They have a great team. Like, are you serious? They have a great team. Great. Sorry, I'll slow down. Sorry, I get ahead of myself. They have an above-average team. And then they have Luis Severino. Oh, he can't pitch. He stinks. He's still a good pitcher. And then you got J.P. Sears, he was pretty average to maybe a slightly above average last year. You got Jeffrey Springs from the Tampa Bay Rays, one of those no-name guys for Tampa Bay 2 years ago, was dominating. He's a good pitcher, okay? And you got one of the best closers in baseball, Mason Miller. And they're playing in a new stadium in Sacramento. It's going to be hot there. Balls are going to be flying. Brent Rooker's going to probably hit 40 home runs. I'm just getting ahead of myself, but, like, come on. I really do think the Athletics are going to basically be a sneaky team and win upwards of high 70s games. Like, I'm hoping, So, and then in 3 more years, they're going to go to Vegas in a $1.5 billion ballpark. It's going to be crazy. I'll be going to Vegas to see the Athletics for sure. Okay, Houston Astros. Now, how can you just like kind of disrespect the Astros? But like, this is the worst Astros team we've seen in the last 6, 7 years, in my opinion. And uh, how many more years is Jordan Alvarez going to do this? He's young. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. He's always injury prone. I feel like I'm going to go. This pains me to say this, man, but I don't know. Hunter Brown's a good pitcher. Framber Valdez is a good pitcher. But after that, Ronel Blanco, Spencer Arancini. I'm not going out for Italian food. Arancini, Arrighetti, whatever his name is. This might be a sizzling take, but I'm gonna say Astros missed the playoffs. I just see it happening. They missed the playoffs because we're gonna go into my next point. Seattle. Seattle has like one of the best staffs in baseball. We're still waiting to hear the George Kirby news, so I don't know about what we do about Seattle, but I'm gonna say Seattle basically wins 88 to 90 games. They're only projected 84 and a half. So like I said, light research, just throwing numbers out. I said this before I checked. I'm going to say they win 88, 90 games. So that could be a hot take for them. We can just look at their batters. I think they have Robles leading off. Yes, they do. Julio Rodriguez, shout out to him. Can't figure him out. Is he great? Is he horrible? What is he? He's having a bounce back year. Cal Raleigh, love him. Switch hitting bomb. Randy Arozarena, one other guy from the Rays. Some no-name guy that's just good. Luke Raleigh, underrated player. Mitch Haniger, 3 years ago, he was unbelievable. Maybe he'll come back up to speed. And then you got Logan Gilbert, Luis Castillo, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu, and hopefully George Kirby at the pitching. They're going to win the division, and they're going to win it 88 to 90 games. The more I think about it, the more I talk about it, give them 100 games. No, I'm just joking. 90 games. Okay. We're going to go with Texas Rangers. This team is so disappointing. 85 and a half wins. They're projected more than the Mariners. You tell me more? No, 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 no. They have Jacob deGrom, who can't even literally pitch a full season, let alone a half a season. He's never healthy. Their lineup, you got Corey Seager. Okay, let's start at the top. It's usually Marcus Semien. I'm just loaded. Yep, Marcus Semien leading off. He had that one good year. I was trying to tell my boy Chris that Marcus Semien was better than Juan Soto. Oh my God, I'm wrong. Chris, if you listen to this, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Marcus Semien is not better than Juan Soto. He just had a better year that one year. Then Corey Seager, he'll only play 120 games because he's always hurt. Wyatt Langford, not a bust, but he's not amazing. Jock Peterson, he's very underwhelming. Adolis Garcia can't even hit over 240 anymore. Josh Young, always hurt, whether he gets hit by a pitch or whatever. Jake Berger is sneaky good. So, like, their lineup has some cool names on it. Evan Carter, but nah. This team is not winning 86 games. Evaldi, deGrom, Tyler Mahle, Kumar Rocker. No, no, no. Pitching's not even that good. deGrom's always hurt. Evaldi's a little kind of overrated now. They're going to be low 80s wins, and I'm going to say hot take. It could be my hot take, but Adolis Garcia hits low 20s home runs. Let's do that. I like that. He's not going to hit the 30, 35 home runs. He started out the year, was it last year or 2 years ago? He was bombing home runs, like 8 home runs in April or something. Dude was crazy. Nah. Low 20s home runs. And Texas Rangers, I think, missed the playoffs, and they just no, maybe they do win. I mean, I said the Astros missed the playoffs. I say maybe Seattle wins that division, and Texas, or I'm just gonna say the hot take is that he's low 20s home runs for Adolis Garcia. Okay, and then we leave to the Angels. Oh God, the Los Angeles Anaheim Angels. I don't know what to say. They're projected like 71 wins, I think they said. How are they projected the same amount as the Athletics? I have no idea. 71 and a half. They are horrible. Mike Trout, hot take. Love Trout, but how many games is he really going to play? Jorge Soler, everyone's talking about that. They got Yoan Moncada from the White Sox. He's back. Oh, no. Their pitching is god-awful. They got the Professor Kyle Hendricks. No, 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 no. I'm going to say the hot take is that I kind of like the Logan O'Hoppe guy, but he's not going to play that much. Joe Adele was supposed to be the next big thing, but he kind of stinks. I'm going to go with the Angels win 65 games, 6 games under their season win total projections. They're not going over that. That's about it. This is like more so, after I'm done the one league, American League, this is like more so kind of just talking about baseball, not even like giving hot takes. Because I just like, I don't know, I just love talking about it. That's all it is, you know. We're going to go with the NL West. The game's about to start here in like 5 minutes. I got to bang this out before the Dodgers start. LA Dodgers, give them the World Series. Like, what? Give them the World Series. As long as Mookie Betts isn't hurt, seriously. And now Freddie Freeman is now out for the game. What is happening? It's not his ankle, though, so that's good. But the hot take is, I don't know. The hot take is that the LA Dodgers, I'm trying to think. Like I said, I didn't rehearse this, you know. The LA Dodgers projected whatever they're projected, 103.5 wins. They obviously go over that. I think we're going to go with Freddie Freeman having just a little bit of a down year. Okay, that could be a hot take. I think we're just going to go that. Freddie Freeman's arguably so good every year, but like, what does a down year entail for him? Is it 20 home runs and less than 80 RBIs and like under a 300 average? Maybe. I'm going to go with Freddie Freeman has like under 20 home runs, maybe like just low 80s, so like 18 home runs, 80 RBIs, and like a 280 average, 275, instead of like the 23, 90, 290 guy. Gonna have a below average year, but they still are unbelievable. We're gonna go with the Arizona Diamondbacks. This team is a dark horse. I'm gonna say it right now because I'm biased. Corbin Carroll! Corbin Carroll has a 30. Don't say 30 and 30 year, Nate. No. I'm gonna go with it. Let's do it. 30 home runs. He's obviously gonna get the 30 steals. Corbin Carroll has 30 home runs and 30 steals, and he eclipses 115 runs. Adding Josh Naylor, Ketel Marte, this team is stacked. I don't care what you say, but everyone's like, oh, Josh Naylor, he's not that good. He's out of shape. What are you talking about? No. They got Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, Naylor, and Lourdes Gurriel batting behind Carroll. I'm going to go 30 and 30 with 110, 115 runs. He's unbelievable. He might get 50 steals. No, stop. I just love Corbin Carroll. But they got 2 Corbins on their team. Corbin Burnes, Corbin Carroll. I'll give you one on the other side. Corbin Burnes in the running for Cy Young. In the running. I don't want to say win Cy Young, but in the running. Plays on a good team. Pitcher's ballpark. And he is filthy. So there you have it. The 2 Corbins. Okay. Now we're going to go with the Colorado Rockies. I targeted this guy. I'm glad I got him. It is their shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. He's going to have a great year. I'm giving him like 27 to 28 home runs, 90 RBIs, maybe batting 275 instead of like, 260 in previous years. Ezequiel Tovar has a great year. And I don't think the Rockies are that bad. The Rockies have a decent team. So I do think like their win projection is very, very, kind of harsh. They're projected 58.5 wins. People like the under. I think they go a little over that, but their pitching's horrible. I'm just going to stick with Ezequiel Tovar having 28 home runs and like 90 RBIs. Pretty good year. And I love their leadoff guy, Brenton Doyle, too, and Ryan McMahon in the 2-hole. Solid. They still have Chris Bryant, so that win total is pretty disrespectful, but They do play in a tough division, but I don't know. Let's stick with Ezekiel Tovar. We're going to go to the San Diego Padres. San Diego Padres are meh. Like, I can't figure them out. I can't. Are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm just going up, pull up their win total. What are they projected win total? San Diego Padres are projected 85.5. I don't know. Maybe we'll go. I'm not a huge Tatis guy. Jackson Merrill was amazing last year. Manny Machado, but then Cronenworth and Bogarts have been so underwhelming. They do have very good pitching with Cease, King, and Darvish. Their win total 85.5. I'm gonna go that the Padres. I'm gonna go that the Padres kind of explode that over and maybe push high 80s. I'm gonna do that. They push high 80s. I think Jackson Merrill has more stuff to prove. Manny Machado is a great player. Luis Arias leading off full season with them, getting on base every other play basically. Take Luis Arias for beat the streak. You'll win $5.7 million. Thank me later. Okay. Yeah, we'll do high 80s wins. And then you got the San Francisco 49. I'm just joking, obviously. That was honestly a joke. It's the San Francisco Giants. They literally have a decent lineup. And I think they're a little kind of, but I don't know. They kind of disrespectful with their 80.5 wins, but they also play against the Dodgers and the Padres. It's tough to figure out. Justin Verlander's on the club. Robbie Ray's on the club. Jordan Hicks, Logan Webb, Kyle Harrison. They have a decent pitching staff. They have decent 4-5 with Chapman and Elliot Ramos. Mike Yastrzemski, Tyler Fitzgerald. I'm going to go with Willy Adames. All right, that's it. Willy Adames had some crazy year last year. I had him in fantasy. Crazy year. Let's pull him back to speed. He's not doing what he did last year. That's the hot take. Their lineup just got so much better with Willy Adames, but Willy Adames is not going to do nearly what he did last year. So that's that. All right. 10 more teams. NL Central, Chicago Cubs. Everyone's saying Cubs. Cubs are going to be great. Cubs have potential to be great. I don't think so. So Kyle Tucker needs to have a good year, similar to Vlad Guerrero. He's young. He wants money. He wants to play well. But I'm going to say Cubs have a little bit of a down year. I don't know. Their guys just really don't wow me, if you will. Like today's, like what they have basically, who they want is Ian Happ today, Seiya Suzuki, Kyle Tucker, Michael Busch and Swanson, Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't know, Matt Shaw. I don't love it. I think Amanga is very good. We'll see what he does here. Justin Steele, solid. But after that, it gets very, very underwhelming. I don't think the Cubs win the division. I think Vegas got these odds reversed. I think that the Brewers should be favored, and then the Cubs should be like the plus 270. But I guess that could be my hot take. Brewers win the division. Cubs don't win the division. It's not really a hot take, but it's like, I don't know, lukewarm take. But that's that. Okay. Milwaukee Brewers, I just said it. I do think they win the division. Like, they're a very good team still. And I do think that they just keep it going. Okay. We'll go with the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds. Okay. I don't know. I'm not a huge Ellie guy. Kind of am. Not big on him because what's he going to do? Steal 80 bases and bat 240 and have 200 strikeouts? Probably. Spencer Steer is a big guy for him. He's starting off hurt. Matt McLain, you just never know what you're going to get. I'm going to go that the Reds are more disappointing than what maybe they are kind of implied. 78.5 wins. I'm leaning more towards like the low 70s. Sorry, Reds. See you later. The Reds do have a special place in my heart. I did catch a foul ball at Great American Ballpark. That was amazing. Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay. It's weird because the Pittsburgh Pirates are 77.5 wins. I like the over. I think the Pittsburgh Pirates are a decent team. I love the Tommy Pham signing. Everyone's like, oh, Tommy Pham. What's he going to do? Tommy Pham's a great leadoff guy, great clubhouse guy. Brian Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz, and even McCutchen. I can't believe McCutchen's still playing, but I think the Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz, 2-3 hole hitters are going to be good. And Paul Skeens, arguably the best pitcher in baseball. Mitch Keller, and then underrated Jared Jones, and they still have Andrew Heaney, and they got Bender at the closer. This team is going over 77.5 wins, and I think they could push to, let's just say over 500, touching 500. I like it, okay? And now the last team, the Cardinals. Cardinals are kind of like my AL Blue Jays or AL Rays in a way. They're just so plain, but always decently solid and just good. Like, I will be going to that stadium later this year too, if all goes well. But I don't know. I mean, I think their win total last I checked was like 77.5 as well. Similar to the Reds and Pirates. It's so tough. I'm going to look. Yep, 77.5. I think they go under. I'm not in love with their lineup with Mason Wynn, Lars Nootbaar, Wilson Contreras, Nolan Arenado. I love Nolan Arenado, man, but he's going downhill. He has no one to bat around him. And then the lineup just gets pretty bad with like Donovan, Burleson, Jordan Walker's never really panning out. And they're pitching Sonny Gray. He was amazing, not anymore. Eric Fedde, whatever, for the White Sox and Nationals. The previous years he was okay, but I don't know, not that good. Miles Mikolas is always underwhelming. Miles Mikolas, you can pick him up in fantasy, like at the spur of the moment, have a great start, or we can just let up 10 walks and your whip will be like 2.8 in the third inning, and you'll just want to hate yourself for it. But they do have a great closer, Ryan Helsley. We're going to go way under. I don't like this team. All right, AL East. Atlanta Braves. I think they're going to be better than what people think, man. They're projected to win the division, projected 93.5 wins. I think they're going to be better. When is Ronnie going to come back? Soon. When is Spencer Strider going to come back? Soon. It's kind of scary. So I do think they come back. And they got Jerickson Profar. Oh, my God. Help me. You're going to tell me it's going to be like Acuna, Ronnie batting first. Then you're going to have maybe Jerickson Profar 2, then Austin Riley 3, then Olsen 4, and Ozuna 5, and Michael Harris 6, and Abby 7 maybe? Where do you fit all these guys? And then Spencer Strider, Chris Sale, Reynaldo Lopez, Spencer Schwellenbach. They did lose Max Fried. Okay, I get it. But Schwellenbach is very good. Like, Spencer Strider, Spencer Schwellenbach. Since when do you have 2 SSs on your team? I can't think of the last time, but this team's going to be good, man. This team might push 100 wins, and they might be a force to reckon with. We'll go with the Mets. Oh, the Mets can't pitch. The Mets can't do this. They can't pitch. They have no pitching. It doesn't matter. What are you talking about? They have still one of the best closers in baseball, Edwin Diaz. They still have Clay Holmes, who's supposed to be good. Kodai Senga, where'd you go? It's a ghost forkball coming your way. David Peterson, still solid. Tyler McGill was pretty good, and Griffin Canning hasn't been that bad. But think about the lineup. I'm pulling it up now just to confirm, but Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Nimmo, Vientos, something around that. That is stacked. Stacked. And they still have Brett Beatty, I think his name is. Gave Soto his number. He's going to be coming around soon. Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Nimmo, Vientos. That is arguably the best 1 through 5 in baseball, and it's scary, man. And their pitchers aren't that bad. Get them to the 8th inning, and they should shut them down. Are they going to be better than people think? Probably. But my hot take, I guess, I kind of fell away from the hot take. But my hot take, I guess I'll go. I guess I'm going to go Lindor. MVP candidate. He always is, always very good. But when you got Soto, Alonso, Nimmo, and Vientos batting behind him, he might have 130 runs. If he can bat like 270 and get 35 steals and still get his home runs of 25 to 30 and get 90 RBIs, MVP candidate. Oh, my God. Like, Lindor, you can't pitch around him because you got Soto. Soto's either going to walk or get a base hit or a home run. Then you got Alonso and Vientos. Scary, man. Lindor, MVP candidate. The Philadelphia Phillies, my favorite team, as I'm a Philadelphia Phillies fan. Trey Turner, bounce back! As much as I want to say like 91.5 wins is a lot because they're playing in a great division, I don't want to say under. I don't want to say under for the hot take. I'm going to just give my hot take that the $300 million man, Trey Turner, is back. He's back. He's batting leadoff. He's going to get on base. He's going to get his steals. He's going to get more runs. His power is going to be back. Rise up for Trey Turner. He's going to have a bounce back good year. And finally, I will get shut up as I keep telling people. He's underperformed. He's underperformed. We paid him $30 million a year. He's underperformed. He's going to shut me up and shut everyone else up. He's going to have a bounce back year. Now, for a pessimistic hot take, Harper's not hitting 25 home runs. The power's gone. I don't know what to say, but nah, we'll stick to optimism. Trey Turner bounce back year, whatever that looks like. Maybe 35 steals, maybe 100 plus runs, 26 to 28 home runs, 90 RBIs. Let's get him an average of 280, 285. Let's get some more walks. He only gets like 30 walks a year. Let's get like 50 walks. All right, bounce back year. And then Nationals. Nationals are going to push a few more games than what their over says. 72.5. I think they're going to push a little more than that. They have a decent lineup. They have Dylan Cruz and James Wood. They're decent young players. C.J. Abrams arguably was very good last year. And Nathaniel Lowe, shout out to my name, Nate Nathaniel, he's going to be good. And they still got Liberty Bell, Josh Bell. And, like, they have a decent team. Like, they just do. Their pitching kind of stinks, but I think they're going to be pretty competitive, and they're going to do pretty well. The Miami Marlins, they are so bad, but I'm kind of running out of steam right now because it's very early, and I kind of want to go back to bed, but I might want to watch this game. I don't know, but I'm going to go Xavier Edwards. He was like that 30 steal guy, kind of like the John Birdie from a few years ago for the Marlins. I'm going to say Xavier Edwards, 50-plus steals, and he's going to do well in a lot of fantasy leagues. He got snaked from me. Pick him up if you haven't drafted already, even though you should have drafted because the Japan game started already. Xavier Edwards, he'll bat over 285. He'll get a lot of runs. He'll get 50 steals. He's a good player. See ya!